Hey guys, this is AVJ again, and today we are going to talk about Scrum Workflow. So, we have talked about agile planning previously, and we have discussed on the vision, roadmap, release, iteration, and daily. And we have also talked about sprint calendar and all the elements under it. So, if you have not watched my previous video, please do so. Otherwise, some of the things in this video could be a bouncer for you. Okay, so let's start with the Scrum Workflow. Customer would have a vision of what they want, okay, and customer vision is then broken into themes, which are broken further down into features and user stories, and all of this is put into a repository or a directory which is called as product backlog. So basically, a feature would be a collection of user stories. So feature A may have 10 user stories, feature B may have 12 user stories, feature C may have 7 user stories, likewise. Okay, and the most granular level item in the product backlog is the user story. When I say granular, it means it is independent, negotiable, valuable, estimatable, and small and testable. So it follows the principle of invest. Next one is product backlog refinement. In this, product owner prioritizes and order the user stories in rank like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the order in the sequence how the customer wants it. Okay. These user stories are also streamlined. That is, what goes into what sprint is also decided along with the team. Suppose feature A and B would be put into sprint 1, C would go into sprint 2, D, E, and F would go into sprint 3. And the hardening sprint, we just do the end-to-end testing or the regression testing. No features are developed on the hardening sprint. Okay. Next is sprint backlog. This is particularly focused on the next sprint and its user stories and task items. This is how it looks like. So basically, we have a unique user story ID number for each user story name and description, what release the user story belongs to, what iteration, that is sprint, it belongs to, what is the status of the user story. So when I say status, it has, the status could be defined in terms of PDPCAL. When I say B, it means backlog. So if a status is backlog, it means it has not been prioritized yet. It is still put down into a product backlog. Okay, it has not defined yet. So next is defined. When I say defined, it means that it has all the acceptance criteria set. All the related design documents and prototype are baseline regarding it, and there is no dependency. We are good to work on this sprint, on the user story. So it is termed as defined. So once it is defined, immediately teams comes to know that this everything is in place and we are ready to work on the particular sprints. So that is the state defined. P tells us in progress items. Okay, so when team is working on it, it is in progress, and when they have done it, it is marked as committed. C, when the customer accepts it and mark it as done and it's ready to get deployed in on live, it is termed as accepted. So after it is live, it is marked as L, as live. Okay, other things are planned estimate, task estimates, to do estimates, and owners. So we, whatever task is at hand, or whatever user stories, we would give a planned estimate for that. And task estimates are everyday estimates, like how much time the team has spent on their task related to that user story. So they would be putting down the task estimates, and to do is the remaining one. So if I'm planning, I have a planned estimate of 100 and task estimates are 20, then the to do estimates would be 80. So it's basically task, the plan minus task estimates is the to do estimates, which is the leftover. And last one is the owner. Who is the owner of this user stories? So basically it is always the product owner. Okay, so you would see the names of the product owner here. Next one is the sprint execution, and all of the user stories of the feature A and B, because we're talking about the first sprint now. So A and B would go into an execution phase where it will be developed and tested during the sprint. And also the scrum master holds a daily scrum meeting, which is time boxed to only 15 minutes every day. The output of this sprint execution goes into a sprint review or a sprint demo with the customer. Okay, and these are three pillars of Scrums upholds every implementation of empirical process control, that is transparency, inspection, and adaptability. So with the by the name, it is quite clear what I mean. Okay, transparency, inspection, and adaptability. Adaptability, because we are ready to accept change. Whatever customer propose. So this is what the most beneficial in Scrum. Next is sprint retrospective. It is on the team to retrospect their work and how they can be improved in future. And finally, we have our output of the sprint one, and that is a workable, shippable product. And the sprint one, we have produced feature one A and B, okay, which the Scrum team has committed to deliver for the sprint one. Similarly, for the next sprint, sprint 2, the same workflow runs again in the same manner, and we produce a feature C upon that. The next sprint, sprint 3, we will produce rest of the features like D, E, and F. So it depends upon how many sprint you have for your release. Okay, so this is, and the last one is the hardening sprint, where it is end to end tested and regression tested, so that the code is not, the previous code, the code which is developed in the previous sprints is not impacted. So we test everything, and hooray, finally we have our product. So this is what the customer wanted. Okay, so this is all about Scrum workflow. I hope you like this video. I hope this video has helped you understand Scrum better. Please like and subscribe and let me know your feedback. Thank you very much.